Hello, and welcome to the channel, where I reveal the secrets of the rich and powerful. If you want to learn how to achieve financial freedom and prosperity, you're in the right place. In this video, I'm sharing essential rules of wealth beyond conventional wisdom. These are principles that go beyond the standard save and invest advice. These are the rules the elite use to grow and protect their wealth, and they don't want you to know them. But I'm here to expose them so you can achieve your own financial goals. Later in the video, I'll share how and where to diversify or die trying covering assets like stocks, real estate, and alternative investments. So be sure to stay tuned for practical tips on diversification. If you're ready to join me on this journey, make sure to hit the subscribe button and the bell icon so you don't miss out on future videos. Let's get started. Our first rule: it all starts in your mind. The wealthy know that true wealth isn't just about money, it's about perspective. The mind is not a vessel to be filled, but a fire to be kindled. Plutarch. This quote sums it up. Real wealth is about setting your mind to create a fire, a relentless drive to pursue financial freedom and fulfillment beyond mere assets. So, what does thinking wealthy mean? Most people view wealth as an end goal, a finish line with a hefty bank balance. But for the wealthy, it's a lifestyle, a way of thinking that prioritizes freedom over flashy things. Imagine having enough to live the life you desire, with the freedom to choose how and when you work. That's true wealth. It's not about flaunting it, but about knowing you have the security and independence to pursue what matters most. To apply this rule, start by visualizing the kind of life you want, rather than fixating on a number in the bank. Think about the experiences, values, and relationships that define wealth for you. Set achievable goals that build financial stability and ultimately lead to freedom. It's a mindset shift that leads to smart decisions over time, shaping your habits and lifestyle. Ironically, while others chase material things, the genuinely wealthy know that living below their means is the real path to abundance. They drive modest cars, live in comfortable homes, and focus on securing a legacy, not seeking validation. So remember, in this journey of essential rules of wealth beyond conventional wisdom, real wealth begins with a mindset that values substance over show. Let's talk about a crucial rule: asset protection. It's often overlooked until it's too late. Take my friend. Let's call him Jim, for example. Jim trusted his business partner of over 30 years. Together they built a successful business, but Jim made a critical mistake. He didn't secure his assets legally. One day, his partner, the guy he trusted with his life, locked him out of the business entirely. Jim lost everything: access, profits, even client lists. It was a brutal lesson, but it underscores an essential truth. Trust alone isn't enough in business. Protecting your assets is not a matter of paranoia. It's a matter of wisdom. In Jim's case, a few simple measures like a legally binding operating agreement could have saved him from losing everything. Now, you might be wondering, what's the difference between asset protection and security? Think of it like this. Security is like having a solid lock on your front door. It keeps intruders from coming in and taking things from you. Asset protection, however, is like having fire insurance. While security keeps bad actors out, asset protection ensures that even if something goes wrong, you're financially covered and able to rebuild. Asset protection is about having the right legal structures in place, like trusts, operating agreements, or insurance, so your wealth isn't wiped out by unexpected events. Applying this rule means consulting a lawyer, setting up contracts, and ensuring you have a clear exit strategy. And if you're running a business with a partner, insist on a binding agreement that defines each person's role and ownership. Remember, as you build wealth, safeguarding it is just as important. Remember, asset protection is about securing what you earn so it stays yours. Don't rely solely on goodwill, rely on structure, clarity, and protection. Another powerful wealth rule: stick to what you know. And who better to illustrate this than Steve Ballmer, former CEO of Microsoft and owner of the LA Clippers. Ballmer's story shows that when you invest in areas you understand, you're not just gambling. You're making strategic moves. Ballmer didn't stop at technology, though he could have comfortably stayed there. He diversified by following his passion for sports and bought the Clippers. With technology and sports both in his portfolio, he combined his business acumen with something he genuinely loved. This wasn't just about passion, it was smart business. He took calculated risks based on his knowledge, increasing his wealth exponentially. Now let's consider a contrasting example: Donald Trump. Known for his real estate empire, Trump ventured outside his area of expertise with businesses like Trump Airlines, Trump Vodka, and Trump University. These ventures didn't align with his real estate and branding strengths and ultimately led to significant financial and reputational setbacks. Trump Airlines, launched in the 1980s, aimed to capture a premium market but couldn't compete in the airline industry's challenging economics. Trump Vodka was another misstep, struggling to stand out in a competitive market with established brands. And Trump University faced extensive legal and public backlash, damaging his brand further. While these ventures showed ambition, they also highlight the risks of investing in areas outside one's expertise. Trump's successes largely stemmed from real estate, where he had deep knowledge and connections. Venturing too far from his strengths resulted in costly lessons, illustrating that diversification without expertise can backfire. So how does one invest in sports or other fields? While owning a team is beyond reach for most, there are accessible options like sports tech startups or sports media channels. Ballmer showed that when you know an industry well, you're positioned to turn investments into substantial value. To apply this rule, start by identifying fields where you have knowledge or passion, whether it's tech, healthcare, or education. Find investment opportunities in those areas, using your knowledge as leverage. The wealthy don't diversify just for safety. They do it strategically to maximize their expertise. This rule isn't about blind investment, but making informed moves that compound your strengths. Remember, the wealthy don't diversify just for safety. They do it to maximize their expertise. This rule isn't about blind investment, but making informed moves that compound your strengths. And by the way, if you're enjoying the video so far and want more topics like this, comment the word "more" so I know. All right, now let's dive into our next rule with two contrasting stories that capture the essence of diversify or die trying. One of the biggest mistakes people make, putting all their eggs in one basket. True financial stability comes from diversification. And I'm not just talking about a mix of stocks and bonds. We're talking real estate, commodities, alternative assets like art, or even collectibles like classic cars and rare coins. Consider Sarah, a tech entrepreneur who put everything into a single tech stock she believed was set to soar. For a while, she felt unstoppable. The stock rose, her wealth doubled, and she could practically taste financial freedom. But then the tech bubble burst. Overnight, her investment tanked, wiping out nearly all her savings. With no other assets to balance the loss, Sarah was left scrambling, realizing she had made the fatal error of relying on one industry. Now, let's contrast this with Daniel, an investor with a steady but less sensational approach. Daniel believed in spreading his investments across various sectors, from stocks to real estate to art. He didn't see quick growth like Sarah, but he also didn't take on the same risks. Over time, his wealth grew consistently. When the tech sector took a hit, his real estate holdings and diversified Vanguard ETFs held their value, keeping his portfolio stable. While Sarah had been chasing rapid gains, Daniel played it smart, building a resilient web of assets that could withstand market shocks. If you're looking to start diversifying, Vanguard index funds and ETFs are powerful tools. Known for low fees and reliable performance, Vanguard makes it easy for beginners to invest in a wide range of assets, from U.S. stocks to international markets. New to investing? Start with funds that offer broad market exposure and low fees. Here are 3 top picks. 1. Vanguard Total Stock Market ETF, VTI. This fund gives you exposure to the entire U.S. stock market, covering large and small-cap stocks for well-rounded U.S. growth. 2. Vanguard S&P 500 ETF, VOO. This ETF provides access to the top 500 companies in the U.S., focusing on stable, growth-oriented businesses ideal for long-term investment. 3. Vanguard Total International Stock ETF, VXUS. If you want to diversify beyond the U.S., VXUS includes developed and emerging international markets, giving your portfolio global reach. Moving forward, let's talk about how to buy Vanguard index funds and ETFs. When you're ready to invest, it's easy to buy Vanguard ETFs or index funds. Simply visit Vanguard's website, open a brokerage account, choose your account type, brokerage or IRA, and enter your details. Once your account is funded, search for the fund you want, VTI, VOO, or VXUS Select Buy, and enter your preferred amount or shares. Vanguard ETFs trade during market hours, so you can invest on your schedule. Now let's explore the top Vanguard ETFs you can buy. Aside from the beginner-friendly options, here are 3 additional Vanguard ETFs with low fees and long-term stability. First, Vanguard Dividend Appreciation ETF, VIG. If you're looking for income, VIG includes companies with solid dividend growth, providing income and capital appreciation. Next, Vanguard Real Estate ETF, VNQ. Want exposure to real estate without owning property? VNQ invests in U.S. REITs, offering an accessible way into real estate. And lastly, Vanguard Growth ETF, VUG. This ETF focuses on high-potential, large-cap growth companies, letting you benefit from sectors with strong momentum. The irony here? While many chase short-term gains, the wealthy play it safe by diversifying across assets. They spread investments like a spider's web. If one thread breaks, the others hold strong. In these essential rules of wealth, remember that diversification isn't about random assets. It's about creating a resilient, layered portfolio that weathers storms. Investing with Vanguard is one of the simplest and most effective ways to grow wealth. Their low fees, reliable performance, and broad options make Vanguard funds an ideal foundation for serious wealth building. And as we say in our rules of wealth, creating cost-effective, diversified investments is a strategy that pays off in the long run. All right, now let's move on to the next rule, and that is time. Wealth and time are partners. You can't separate one from the other. While most people are willing to trade endless hours for a paycheck, the wealthy know that time is the ultimate currency. No matter how much money you have, you can't buy back lost time. Applying this rule means creating multiple income streams that don't demand constant attention. Think of it like building a team of workers who operate around the clock. You could invest in dividend-paying stocks, rental properties, or even a small side business, all of which allow your money to work while you rest. This approach means that even while you're on vacation or sleeping, your wealth grows. But here's a secret. Using time wisely doesn't just mean earning more. It's about aligning your hours with activities that hold long-term value. What do you think Francoise Bettencourt-Meyers and Elon Musk have in common? Apart from being incredibly wealthy, they both understand that time, once lost, is irreplaceable. The wealthiest people don't just focus on working harder. They focus on working smarter by directing their time into learning, building, and nurturing relationships that compound in value. They recognize that true wealth is built by dedicating time to endeavors that outlive the moment, a concept that keeps paying dividends over the years. When they learn new skills, explore innovations, or invest in strategic relationships, they're creating future wealth that grows with time. Wealth, then, isn't just about immediate earnings. It's a long-term game of investing time where the returns multiply endlessly. Patience isn't just a virtue in wealth building. It's a fundamental rule that differentiates fleeting gains from long-lasting prosperity. The wealthiest people play the long game, understanding that true financial success doesn't happen overnight. While everyone else is chasing the latest trends or hoping for quick returns, the wealthy patiently let their investments grow. Patience is most powerful with compound interest. Imagine this. If you invest $10,000 at an 8% return, in 20 years, it grows to $46,610 without you lifting a finger. Compound interest works like a snowball. gathering momentum and size over time. But if you're always cashing out early, you miss out on the real gains that only time can deliver. This rule isn't just about money, it's about self-discipline. When you resist the urge to spend or sell for instant gratification, you allow wealth to accumulate. Many investors panic and sell at the first sign of a market dip, but the wealthy know that riding out the ups and downs leads to greater gains in the long run. In These Essential Rules of Wealth, patience is the often overlooked powerhouse. Wealth takes time to mature, and in a world that loves speed, patience is the ultimate competitive advantage. Invest, hold, and let time turn your patience into profit. They say, it's not what you know, it's who you know. This rule couldn't be truer in wealth building. Networking isn't just socializing, it's about strategically building relationships that open doors to opportunities, insights, and partnerships. The wealthy know that their network is as valuable as their financial portfolio. A strong network acts like a hidden asset, adding to your wealth without showing up on a balance sheet. So how do you build a network that supports your financial growth? Start by looking for mentors in your field. Seek connections with people who have achieved what you aspire to and learn from their insights. Networking doesn't mean only attending fancy events. It's about connecting with people who share your values and ambitions. Social media can also be a tool if used wisely. Join groups or forums focused on wealth building, investment, or specific industries you're interested in. When you cultivate a network of supportive, knowledgeable people, you gain access to information and opportunities unavailable to the general public. These connections can lead to joint ventures, partnerships, or even exclusive deals that wouldn't come your way otherwise. Remember, one well-placed connection can be as valuable as a hefty investment. This rule is about making your wealth journey collaborative. While others go it alone, the wealthy understand that a supportive network multiplies their resources and keeps them learning, growing, and thriving. Here's a rule that might seem counterintuitive: giving. The world's wealthiest individuals, like Bill Gates and Warren Buffett, have proven that giving isn't just a moral decision. It's a strategy that enhances goodwill, reputation, and often returns in unexpected ways. Giving back isn't just about charity. It's about reinvesting in the communities, people, and causes that sustain us. To apply this rule, start small. You don't have to be a billionaire to give back. Set aside a portion of your income for causes you care about, whether it's supporting local initiatives, helping others directly, or contributing to impactful charities. Giving back builds a positive reputation that can be as valuable as financial assets. In the business world, people remember those who share their success, and that generosity often circles back, opening new doors and bringing new partnerships. The wealthy often find joy in giving because they've discovered something many don't realize. Wealth is more fulfilling when it has a purpose. They don't just chase more, they share their wealth, knowing that their contributions can create a positive legacy that outlasts them. In Essential Rules of Wealth Beyond Conventional Wisdom, giving isn't just about what you part with, it's about the intangible returns of goodwill, community support, and even future business opportunities that generosity creates. Wealth is amplified when it's shared, building both tangible and intangible rewards. The final rule: wealth should serve you, not rule you. For the wealthy, money is a tool that provides freedom and choice, but it doesn't dictate their happiness or self-worth. Many people make the mistake of allowing wealth to dominate their lives, constantly comparing, accumulating, and competing. But the truly wealthy see money as a means to an end, a way to enrich their lives, not define them. To apply this rule, shift your focus from accumulating wealth for the sake of it to using your wealth to enhance life's experiences. Spend money on things that truly bring value: travel, education, quality time with family, or personal growth. This isn't about being frugal, it's about prioritizing meaningful expenditures over endless accumulation. True wealth provides security and freedom, not stress and endless ambition. When money becomes an obsession, it stops serving you and starts controlling you. The goal is to enjoy life's moments without letting money overshadow what really matters. Remember that real wealth is about freedom, not the pressure to amass more. Wealth is the tool, not the destination. Use it to shape a life that's fulfilling and balanced. where money enhances your experiences without owning your happiness. And there you have it, the 9 essential rules of wealth beyond conventional wisdom. These rules aren't just financial tips, they're principles that redefine how to think about money and build wealth that's sustainable and fulfilling. By shifting focus from just saving to strategic investing, diversifying, protecting your assets, and giving back, you'll see that wealth is much more than a number. As we conclude, it's important to note that this video is meant to educate you on the various aspects of investing, not to provide specific investment advice. Investing involves risks, and you should always do your own research and consult with professionals before making any financial decisions. Past performance doesn't guarantee future results, so always consider the risks involved. If you found this video helpful, I highly recommend checking out my next video, which complements this one perfectly. Don't hesitate to share this video, it might help someone else too. Please subscribe to the channel and share your thoughts on today's content. Thanks for watching, and until next time, may you stay both wealthy and wise.